Hi there, my name is Lawrence Peace and welcome back to Piece of Timber. I have designed a mega bench. This bench is going to replace this temporary bench that I made nearly 2 years ago. This is going to have a MFT style top. It's going to be made out of 6x2. There will be plans available if you want to build along at home.
Hello ladies and gentlemen, this is Editing Lawrence here. Just want to run you through what the table's actually going to look like. Here it is in hopefully one of its final forms. We can see that there's an MFT style top, and then underneath, if I pan round, there's going to be some sort of storage underneath, possibly thinking cupboard doors, try and keep some of the dust out. But on this side I've just left it blank. There will be some MDF runners between these two and across the back just to square off and to keep everything rigid. Now looking at the MFT style top, if I just come in there and hide the top, you can see the construction that we've got underneath. There's these cutouts just here. This will allow tools to come in and out. Nice bit of storage as well. I've done the middle ones so that nothing will get lost, but I didn't fancy doing all of these across. So there's basically little bits of pockets or storage underneath the top itself. This side's exactly the same, but the difference is the middle. Now, my plan is to have these removable so that I can take them to work or take them to the job site or take them to wherever I need to take them. So they're just going to be held on with some little screws and some L brackets underneath, and then maybe some bolts going into this middle one. Now this middle one is actually going to be fixed down except for the top. Now if you look, the top is designed slightly differently so that the top actually holds this piece of wood in. So I might have to do some bigger holes so that I can get my rather large fingers through them. But if we just hide this for a second, you can see inside here and here is actually hopefully dust-free storage. So inside there might be the Parf dogs or some squares or whatever, and then that can bolt and hold these down if we need to. I'll hand you back to current Lawrence, and he can talk you through what's going to happen with the rest of the build.
So we've got 12 lengths of rough sawn-ish 6x2, and it's really important to go through it because a couple of these boards are absolutely chewed. For example, this one here has got huge gouges out along the length. So hopefully we'll be able to make some legs out of it, but we need to select two nice long lengths that are going to be the left and right long runners of the table. So I'm going to do that now. Okay, so I've got my two boards selected, which is going to be these two here. All of the rest are still 100% usable, but yeah, like I say, some of them have got big chunks out of them, so it's just a matter of selecting your board carefully. We'll get these two over here, and then we'll get everything else stacked up, and then we'll start marking out on these two runners of where everything needs to be. These are going to be our lengths. Cool. So what we're going to do is we'll work out where everything needs to go, and then I'll bring you back once I've done that, and then probably clamp them together and then transfer the markings so that we know that these two are completely square and right with each other, which I think will be best. Okay, so we've marked out one side of the board completely, and now I've clamped it together, two ends and in the middle, and then all I'm going to do is I'm just going to transfer those lines onto the next board, just so that they're completely square and straight with each other and that they're nice and true. Okay, so the leg sets have now been cut. I wanted a really thick leg, so I've gone for two lots of 6x2, a shorter one which the crossbeams are going to sit on, and then a taller one which is going to hold the base of the MDF. What I want to do is make sure that this edge here is completely flush, and what I'm going to do is just run my finger up and down it so that I can't feel any step at all. and then just try and line this top section up here, just like that. Nice, 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 nice. What I should have done is clamped that down. I really like these clamps from Axminster with the twisty handle. Very fun, very, very fun. I was about to say how good these impact driver bits are, but that one's just massively failed. Okay, so that is the legs, or one leg put together. So just to give you a look at it, it's 2 bits of 6x2, like I said. There's a smaller shelf here, which is going to have the cross beams going across this way, so it's going to sit like that on the inside, and then on the outside, you'll just see this nice singular piece. And there is a good amount of weight in this one leg. There's going to be 6 of these, and then there's going to be some 6x2 going on top of that as well. I wanted this bench nice and heavy so that when I was doing some planing, it wasn't going to wander away. And I think I might have sussed that with this over-engineered design. What I need to do now is another 5 to go. And you give yourself away. And you give, and you give, and you give yourself away. Oh, look at that one. That's just not pleasant. It's just a huge gouge out of there. And this one, that one's not nice either. Look at that! It's like a handhold. Horse show. Okay, so that is all 6 of the legs now cut and screwed together. I was contemplating gluing them. I don't think it's going to need it, but obviously if it does fail, then I just need to undo the 6 screws and then I can glue it up. But I don't think it's going to need it. The next thing that I want to do is to attach the stretchers, the bits I've already notched out. Okay, so that's the 2 runners done and all 3 legs on both sides. So now it's a case of attaching the cross members, so they will need cutting. I might have to do it on the bandsaw. I did notice that on the jigsaw, the blade has gone a bit wonky at the bottom of the cut. Looking into a quick YouTube, you can get special jigsaw blades that help deep cuts. I might have to tidy these up and make them a bit squarer, but we will see how that goes. Okay, so I've cut the horizontals now. These are 1.6, and what we need to do is notch out this end so that there's a 50mm cutaway at the top, and then the thickness of the board down so it looks like a kind of L-shaped type thing, so it can slot into those grooves there. Okay, so I managed to cut this out actually on my chop saw and then use the jigsaw just to do a small cut. On my particular saw, I can screw something into the fence which then pushes the material further out, and then that allows you to get more of a flatter blade on your cut rather than having that round part that chips out. So there's actually screw holes in the back of this fence that you can screw something to, and then it's a similar thing that you can actually raise it up as well and screw stuff in. So yeah, I was very lucky that I could actually cut this and get them completely straight and square, and then just that small cut on the end with the jigsaw. So cool. I'm going to do another one and then I might go to bed.